Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, likes, comments, and subscribes are appreciated. The Friday NFT drop has already happened. For those of you who are interested, there is a link in the description below. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. As you might have imagined, the most popular news story of the day has to do with the Ethereum hard fork. It is basically 95% of the news that is currently out there. I think for some reason this has caught a lot of people by surprise. We've been talking about this for a very long time. We went over weeks ago and months ago every single time that a larger company, corporation, institution started accumulating large amounts of Ether, and a lot of people seem to not understand why. And I even saw a lot of people yesterday on Instagram, on Twitter, and whatever other place people are, seeming to be confused that the tokens from Ethereum are actually being burnt. At the moment, the current metrics that we have is that every single minute, $10,000 worth of Ether are being burned. This equates to already millions of dollars. I wrote this yesterday even on my Twitter. There's even a website where you can even see exactly how much is being burned in real time. And I think it kind of took the market by surprise. You could tell as this news came out that a lot of people were definitely trying to sell the news, and it didn't work out too well for them because I think we went up by around 8 or 9% when we started getting the numbers. I told you, once we got the exact numbers of exactly how much was being burned, even I had a friend who is quite focused on another cryptocurrency. It is not Bitcoin. It is not Ethereum. He messaged me and was like, I had no idea we'd be burning this much. And I was like, yeah, I told you. He didn't even think that a burn was going to happen. He assumed that it would take like a year for anything to actually be activated. It says $1.6 million in Ether has already burned as highly anticipated upgrade goes live. This was like, I think, an hour after this actually took place. For those of you who are wondering, there is a website. It is called ethburned.info. And you can get the real time of what's happening. We are a couple minutes right now at the time of me making this video into this hour. It says 116 burned in the last hour. There's 4,149 Ether has been burned in total. You can see like real time exactly what is happening, what block, and exactly how much Ether is burned. This is probably one of the most popular news stories that we've had in a very long time. It is going to continue to be extremely popular. I know, of course, as always, there are people out there who either don't have Ether or simply don't believe in it. This is just the beginning. Like, it's going to get a lot crazier as time ends up going on. It is the most used blockchain on the planet right now. They're burning a huge amount of the coins that have to be locked up to be able to allow these protocols to actually run. There's a lot of discussion. I saw a couple of articles already talking about the full implementation and merge of Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0 to this mega so-and-so and to the 100,000 transactions per second and all the other things that are going to be able to be built on top of it, and where the price is going to go once we have that. And it is expected at the time to happen sometime next summer, if you will, for the complete full circle of Ethereum 2.0. Yeah, it says Ethereum price poised to hit new all-time high soon. Will Ether price break $3,200 this weekend? I actually had a dream and it was really weird. You know that you're into something too much when you start having dreams about it. I had a dream last night that Ethereum hit 3,400, but in the dream I wasn't near a computer, so I was kind of freaking out because I had no actual way to like get to my coins, if that makes any sense. I don't know why I was panicking. It's not like I even plan on selling at that price point. Anyway, the price predictions are really completely out there. Everyone's trying to figure out exactly where we're going to go, because I think what was our previous all-time high? Was it 4,000 or 5,000? Somewhere around there. It is expected. You might have seen it. We've gone over it multiple times as well. That people are expecting that this upgrade alone will allow Ether to fly past $10,000 as the amount of coin burn continues to happen on the network. On top of that, not to be left out at the party, it says analyst predicts refreshed bull market for Bitcoin, price heading towards $100,000. Bitcoin has had an interesting week and a half or so. We went over this yesterday as well. Every single time that another coin has really surged. And I mean like not gone up by 4 or 5%. I mean like pumped by 15, 16, 17, 18, 19%. Bitcoin has tried so dearly to drag everything else in the market down. I know that Bitcoin, once again, is not a living, breathing AI entity, but it's more so a people behind the scenes who are trying to do this. I'm not really sure their reasoning behind it or why they keep trying to push Bitcoin down so that the rest of the market also ends up falling. But Ethereum was having none of it. There were 2 attempts yesterday where Bitcoin tried to, like the direct line slam downs, and Ethereum just kept on going up because it's a major upgrade. Like the coins for the largest blockchain in the world right now are being burned, or the most used blockchain, excuse me. But since we've bounced back, wink, wink, from those 2 instances yesterday, where it looked like it was going down, but then it ended up going back up. There are a lot of extra renewed calls for the continuation of the bull run that we're going to hit past 100,000 over the next couple of months. The numbers for the stock to flow ratio and things like that have also come back into full force as to exactly how high we're going to go, and the expectations by the end of the year for a $250,000, $300,000 Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff. It says Bitcoin's bullish phase may not be over. This was said by Fidelity's director of global macro. Yeah, it was nowhere near over. The entire idea that Bitcoin's price was over or that we were back in a bear market had to do with these stupid articles that were coming out a couple of weeks ago, and the only people who were really paying attention to them were the brand new people in the market who kept on being like, well, it's back at 29,000. I don't know where we're going to go. And then we popped back up to 38,000. It was like a day and a half because all these people, all the rich people, were buying up all the Bitcoin. So yeah, the news of the day is Ethereum has finally hard forked. This has been, I mean, years in the making, since 2017. It's finally happened. I think the next big one that we're waiting for is in December. And that's when I think they are going to. So there was something that was proposed years ago, and I think the implementation of it is finally going to happen. Now here's a doozy for you. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the next one sometime in December. It's something called the Ice Age. The idea was in 2017, as they were getting ready to go to Ethereum 2.0, which never happened. It took a long time. Is that basically there would be like a 2-chain kind of thing, and they're implementing something called the Ice Age that would freeze the other chain so that it couldn't continue growing into something bigger or larger or anything of competitive nature in any way to Ethereum. So I think the next implementation is to, I think, freeze the other chain, and also to make sure that no one else is incentivized to use the old chain once we've moved over completely to proof of stake, so that proof of work on Ethereum is no longer a thing. Yeah, but I mean, we have a long time for that to actually end up happening. I mean, December is not that far off, but this was kind of the main upgrade that everyone was waiting for. And the other main one being, as of now, the time frame that we have being next summer, so that we completely have proof of stake and that we have minimum 100,000 transactions per second. I think that was yeah. That's all the price news. As you might have imagined, it was mainly 95% focused on Ethereum. There were some Bitcoin articles floating around out there, Bitcoin gaining strength, Bitcoin so-and-so. No, it was Ethereum that kept on pumping higher and higher, and it caused Bitcoin to finally be like, well, we can't go any lower. Because, you know, all that flippening news is still floating around. So, yeah, that's all the price news. I hope you can all hear me as well. I did a test video. You might have noticed my background. I'm currently traveling. And I have this mic set up in a different way that it's not as, you know, with the little arm that I have. Anyway, just making sure you can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can hear me. I did a test video and I could hear myself, so that means you should also hear me as well. Anyway, that's all the price news. And without further ado, let's move on. In the news as well is anything that's tied to Ether is rising dramatically in price as well. It says CryptoPunks are NFT crypto collectibles, and there are 10,000 of them. They are randomized, and they kind of look like this. There's a monkey with a bandana. There's a pirate woman with an eye bandana, an eye patch, not an eye bandana. And there's a funky grandma who's looking at the waves, and you can tell because the colors are different in her glasses. Made back in 2017. And the news today is that they are becoming even more popular. We went over this a couple days ago as well. The NFT market, a lot of people were like, oh, NFTs are done. No, like they're like exploding back once again in price, and people are making very good profits off of the NFTs that they have purchased. These being some of the oldest and most popular. There are some of them. We had news. What was the other day that one of them was? Oh gosh, what was it? I think Gary V bought one for like 3.8 million or something like that, and somebody else recently bought one for 2.7 million. Now the least expensive one, least expensive one. I have the AC on. The air is very dry. The least expensive one is currently floating around $100,000, and everyone's kind of losing their mind because people bought these things for, you know, 1 or 2,000. Now they're making very huge money. There was actually a lot of NFT news. I decided to not have all of it in one video. Simply because I think it would have been kind of a lot if the entire video had just been about NFTs. NFTs are back. NFTs are taking the world by storm, and people are figuring out new things to NFTize and new platforms for them. I think like 3 NFT platforms have launched over the last like 2 days alone. I didn't have news about them simply because it's kind of the same platform, but it's like a different rich person who's backing it, and therefore they're like, use my platform, it's a lot better. Anyway, so that's the anything tied to Ethereum is making money NFT news, if you will. These things are super popular. I didn't think they would be in the beginning, but alas, nope. Some of these are selling for like, and it's just this, like it's just this actual, just one of them, millions of dollars. Welcome to the future. And without further ado, let's move on. Also in this is super popular news as well. And I get it, but I don't really get it. The world's largest crypto asset management company, Grayscale, recently published an update about the firm's digital assets under management. According to the latest release, the New York-based crypto asset management firm now has $34.5 billion of assets under management. Here's the tweet for it right here. They have all the coins they have listed. That's like 39 coins. I'm not going to say all those coins, but you should know by now what Grayscale has. Moreover, Bitcoin is the most valuable holding of Grayscale, as the firm has more than 650,000 BTC, with a total worth of over $25 billion. I think, okay, it says currently Bitcoin is up by over 28% in the last 7 days. That's incredible. That's absolutely fantastic for everyone out there in the cryptocurrency space. I think the last time that we really had news like this, I believe it was like 14 billion under management, and it keeps rising, of course, higher as the cryptocurrency market also rises. But I guess it's more so of a just how much that they have. I don't think there are many other or any other fund management firms right now in the market who have anything close to as much as they have. I'm sure everyone else is going to try and do it, but sure, amazing. Anyway, that's the Grayscale news. Not really much to report there, but a lot of people were really excited that I guess because the last time that we had like negative news about Grayscale was that their premium wasn't where it previously was before. Like there was a premium if you bought some of their funds, but I think this went down during the market move down, and therefore they were afraid that the premium on the price of it would have also caused our prices to also go down. But I guess since the price is moving back up and their premium is definitely there, then the prices on their funds are also moving back up. The last part of those weren't words, but I'm just making sure you're paying attention. Anyway, that's the Grayscale news. Let's move on. In news, I'm sure that will make all of you very, very happy. That was a dash of sarcasm because this was also super popular. Cryptocurrency adoption is on the rise as Philip Plein announced it would integrate digital assets as a means for payments for its products. I told you you'd all be over the moon for this one. Customers of the German fashion company Philip Plein in the International AG will get the chance to buy products in digital assets instead of fiat money. The supported virtual currencies will be 15. Okay, this is worded weirdly. And will, of course, include Bitcoin and Ethereum. In a recent Instagram post, the fashion group Philip Plein announced that it would start accepting payments in cryptocurrencies. The company's clients can now also pay for clothes, shoes, and other products in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more of a dozen other currencies. Super popular news all over the place. I myself have never worn a piece of fabric from Philip Plein, but I'm sure there's at least one person out there who is wearing their button-down shirt. I assume they have button-down shirts, and it is feeling quite fancy and made of luxurious silk. This was popular because I think they're a fashion brand. Yeah, luxury fashion, upscaled. So, sure, I just assume it's the company realizing that, here's my assumption, that they should have gotten into the space years ago. They didn't get into the space years ago, and now they see where prices are going, and they're trying to make sure that the company itself can also accumulate coins as well. And what better way to do it than by getting people in the crypto space to buy your bangles, sandals, house coat? I'm trying to see what these things are. I assume this is the actual website and someone's placing a Bitcoin in front of it because we're talking about Bitcoin. Anyway, so yeah, I hope that all made your day, because it made mine. I sure as heck can't wait to go get some bangles and house coats for Bitcoin and Ethereum. That was, of course, a joke, and this is not sponsored. I remember years ago, I used to, anytime the news comes out like this, I like to, have a little bit of fun, so I throw it into the video. And there were people years ago who used to be like, I know you're sponsored by them, and I'm like, really? You think this is okay, you think this is a sponsored post? All right, by the way, it's not. I don't do sponsored posts, for those of you who may relatively be new here. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, that's the Philip Plein news, and let's move on. Also, and this is super popular, and I don't think people understand what they're doing when they say things like this, and I'll get back to that in 1 second. It says Ethereum has achieved another milestone this week. Apart from the hard fork, when a 90-year-old New York Stock Exchange listed company changed its ticker to avoid confusion with Ethereum, home decor and furniture chain Ethan Allen, which has more than 300 stores across the United States, announced on the 4th of August that it had changed its ticker on the New York Stock Exchange from ETH, as they're called, Ethan Allen, to ETD. The firm said it has incorporated the D, wow, to reflect design and changes. It changes ticker to avoid investor confusion and solidify its online key searches. I'm pretty sure that was terrible for them. Can you imagine people trying to look for your stock and they type in ETH and all they get is photos of metallic butyrene? They said, we also believe this change will better differentiate Ethan Allen news from Ethereum news and search results, as Ethereum is also it's only abbreviated as ETH. The home furnishing manufacturer and retail chain was founded in 1932. Investors who want to hold both versions of ETH will have until the 16th of August to do so before Ethan Allen changes its symbol for good. Now, and I say I don't get why people are reporting it like this. For those of you not looking at the title of this article, it says Boomer Brand changes New York Stock Exchange ticker. What is that? Ticker from Ether, acknowledging crypto's ascendancy. A lot of nearly every single article was talking about like this boomer company and this boomer so-and-so. I think young people are just really stupid in just so many different ways. Because while Ethan Allen may be a 90-year-old brand, there are a lot of young people who also shop at IKEA. IKEA wasn't made in 94 when you were born. IKEA is from the 1940s as well, so I don't really get that. Have you ever seen those photos online of people going to protests and stuff like that, and they're holding like down with capitalism poster boards and stuff like that, but they're holding onto an iPhone and they're wearing Nike, and like it doesn't really make a lot of sense, because I think young people are just not all there in the brain. So the news is that a very popular brand, I'm pretty sure Ethan Allen does like home furniture. I'm pretty sure when I was younger, I knew people who ordered from Ethan Allen or bought from Ethan Allen. There was no online ordering. So they changed their name from ETH to ETD. But tons of articles were talking about how like they all mentioned Boomer at some point. What world are you living in? Like every brand, you think that every brand that you're buying right now was just made when you were born, or they're like also your age? Some of the brands you use, some of the things you have in your house are over like 150 years old as a brand. Like that isn't. Anyway, that's the Ethan Allen news. And yeah, let's move on. Also sorry if you can hear that noise in the background. I don't think you can, but you probably can. Also in the news as well, Dogecoin, and I'm not gonna even read through this. For those of you who don't know what Oscar Mayer is, Oscar Mayer makes hot dogs. Right. And Oscar Mayer apparently is making, or has made, their own Oscar Mayer Doge wieners. Here's a photo of it right here. It says, behold, The limited edition pack of hot dog wieners that comes with the cash value of 10,000 Doge. There's only one pack in existence and it can be yours. Bid it for a chance to get it. I think it's sold for, where's the number? Is the number not here? I think it's sold for like $3,000 or $4,000, unless I'm going completely insane. I remember seeing this number around there. There we go. $3,450. So somebody bought it. And I'm a little confused in many different ways. One, are people going to freeze these? I don't know how they could. The word isn't maintain their value, but these are gonna get old at some point and you'll have to throw them away. I don't know if they bought them for the Doge packaging right there. You know what I'm talking about. If you've ever had a 4th of July something, you know, these don't last too long. You can try and freeze them for a bit, but then you got to throw them out after a while because they look kind of gross. So is it that they really wanted 10,000 Doge? Anyway, the news is Oscar Mayer, I think this is a one-of pack as well, and somebody bought it, and I'm just really perplexed because I don't really get how you're going to make sure this doesn't look green in like a month and a half. But, you know, that's the novelty of hot dogs, I guess. Anyway, it also says it's going to charity, which actually made me feel a little bit better because I was like, I don't know what's happening with the world. Anyway, somebody bought some Doge Oscar Mayer wieners because that is what I truly like to be. Okay, I know I'm old because I know that song. Anyway, that's the Oscar Mayer news. If you don't know that song, go look it up. Like, look up the Oscar Mayer song. It was kind of everywhere for a very long time. Maybe it still is. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. Let's move on. Next up, also in the news, I believe this is, this is the, to finish things off news. On the 4th of August, precious metal, on the 4th of August, precious metals firm Kitco Gold announced the launch of a gold-backed stablecoin which will leverage an audit process by Cohen and Company with monthly attestation reports. Kitco has partnered with Tradewin Markets, First Digital Trust, and Stably, an asset tokenization provider. The gold-backed ERC20 token called Kitco Gold represents 1 true troy ounce of fine gold. So this is also quite popular news, and this happens about 3 times a year, and I'm just bringing it to you just to let you know what's actually going on. So a lot of people have understood and have come to the conclusion that gold is kind of just not it anymore. We know and have seen the trend that we know that tons of people are going to be getting more into the cryptocurrency space. So what many people are trying to do right now is to digitize their gold onto a blockchain, usually as an ERC20 token. I think there's maybe one TRC, who knows. But this happens all the time. The problem is that tons of people get really excited about this, thinking that these gold that's on a blockchain will outperform other cryptocurrencies in some sort of way. No, it's just like the digitization of the actual gold on top of Ethereum. Once again, this is also not the top time that this has happened. There's Perth Mint Gold, there's Digix X Global, there's Pax Gold, there's Tether Gold, Meld Gold by Algorand, and there's like a whole other pretty photo of a whole bunch of them as well. And I once again bring this to you because I'm pretty sure that people are going to hear and or read this news and think that this is something that they should potentially put their money into. No, it's the same exact thing as buying a gold certificate. But instead of having like an actual piece of paper, it's on a blockchain. So I think companies do this as like a huge gimmick to try and get people to go, oh gosh, I can invest in gold on the digital blockchain now. But you could have done that before. Like there's also like all the gold certificates don't actually match the amount of gold that's actually on the planet. So, you know, verifiable and stuff like that. Anyway, not really much to support here, but this was also very popular news. This happens every single time. Once again, happens multiple times a year where people get really hyped that some company has released a digital version of gold. And it doesn't really do anything. It's just digital versions of gold. Hold on. I did it again. Wait for a second. Hold on. Almost there. Wait. Hold on. There we go. Got it. All right. Of course, I was looking for the names. You know, I'm always terrible when it comes to finding the names. As always, A very special thank you to my Patreon supporters, Professor Wally from Gunbot University, Empire Queen, Stake It With Valor, Fud, Wiser, Mortified, Roman, Geba, Bitcoin, Ben Arachno, Dave, Tony, Ambroski, The Dealer's Den, Red Plump, Tomato, Umnu, Wishniki, The Letter M, Stephen Dirks, Not Brain, Captain Something in the Z-Way Lay, Crypto Black Sheep, AJ Cut 5, Speedy 655, and Carlos Was Like, Mobarazi, Jojo Shasho, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grole, Lauren De Silva, Quarter Biddy, Bare Bones Mining, Troy All Good, Space Case. I think I had another dream where I was reading out these names. My goodness. Space Case, Need a Miracle, because I can hear myself. Anyway, Need a Miracle, Paternoster, Conan, Don't Skip Leg Day, Snacky Chan, Tolek Banana, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Navarro Williams, David James, Attila the Han, Yasha Harari, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Stoyo, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, Bibliophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Moha Maroni, Master Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Knight Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cold D3D, Damien, Setsuna, Rich Richard III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Mangela, Vody, Jim Garden, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller, Hitch Test, Everyday, and Cal Skips Leg Day. Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Monks on the Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger, Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Crayola Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel. Thank you for all the NFT support. Thank you to everyone who left a like, a comment, who has subscribed. And thank you to everyone who is still here listening to me ramble on. I just woke up, so sorry if I look a bit rough. I looked at myself in the camera earlier and I was like, ooh, what happened? But no, I barely got sleep the last 2 nights, and then I finally was able to sleep properly. So I woke up kind of disheveled, but here I am. At the moment, Bitcoin is currently at $40,828. There is still no reason why Bitcoin should be below $60,000. The last time we were at $60,000, I mean, it's been like a whole 2-3 months at this point. We've had a huge amount of accumulation. All these whales buying up all these coins. Remember the news that we had in one day? One whale wallet bought 90,000 Bitcoin. We should not be anywhere below $60,000 at this point. Ethereum is currently at $2,783. It is up by 3.46%, trending slightly sideways after the Bitcoin dips kept on trying to happen over the course of the night. The rest of the market is relatively lull, if you will. They're in green because Ethereum's in green, not pumping as hard as it was before, but a lot of these Satoshi prices are also in red as well. I assume this is the precursor to a move up in Bitcoin's price. Uniswap is up by 4%. Litecoin is up by 4%. Wrapped Bitcoin is also up as well. Ethereum Classic trying to move up. It is up by 2%. Theta is up by 18.6% at the moment. VeChain Thor is up by 4%. Internet Computer. Yes, there is a coin called Internet Computer. It is up by 8.9%. OKB is up by 10% as well. Filecoin is up by 6%. Anything spectacular? FTT is up by 7%. Crypto Token is up by 5%. Maker is up by 8%. Yeah, and Elrond E-Gold is up by 5% as well. Yeah, I do hope you all enjoyed. I am very interested to see what happens this weekend. I think it's, I told you 2 days ago, I think we're going to have a very particular market movement taking place. I think the market is going to desperately try and move up. It is up to Bitcoin to really reel it all in and kind of bring the rest of the market with it. Because I think in the even short term, Ethereum is probably going to be one of the biggest gainers because of, the entire situation. But if Bitcoin can actually move properly, then, it's all good. I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.